There's this cool new Deathrattle Death Knight that's actually really strong and pretty fun to play, and it really high rolls a lot. Like, I literally could not stop high rolling with it 5 games in a row, I think. Literally always getting some insane turns around turn 5 or 6. The deck really was cracked. So I'm gonna give you a quick guide about it, talk about mulligans, win rates, as well as some general tips, and I'm also gonna show you some of my games on my road back to top legend with it. So if you find it helpful and think I've earned your subscription, a like and subscribe would be awesome. But now, let's get into the guide.
You are not prepared!
Here's the deck itself. It's even running the new Portal Vanguard, which is pretty cool. And I gotta say, the card was actually pretty nice in the deck too. What is the deck trying to do? Well, Exarch Maladar is in the core of this one, so that is why we even run a Troubled Mechanics, so you can actually fish it out. All you gotta do is actually Spell Burst it though, which is not super easy, but you do have a few cheap spells like Morbid Swarms and Infested Breath, so it's not the hardest thing in the world as well. You also need to gain a good amount of corpses, so we also have a single Soulbreaker in here, which can help big time. With Elise, you can be doing some nasty things, getting yourself extra copies of Deathrattle minions. And the big Deathrattle minions we have would be Travel Security, as well as Weakener of Souls. We even have Umbra to repeat all of those Deathrattles, we even have High Cultist to fish them out of the deck, and we even have Ferak, because what doesn't have Ferak when it can cheat it out nice and early? Other than that, we also have a couple of Stitch Giants, which can be absolutely broken, and Ziliax here is with Twin Module plus the Perfect Module. What is the deck trying to do? In the first few turns, you're trying to gain as much corpses as you can, and on turn 5 or 6, you basically coin out the Exarch Maladar, and you play something busted like a Weakener of Souls, or Ziliax, or Ferak, or High Cultist, and preferably you can even drop a couple of Stitch Giants next to it, but even one would be pretty broken. So yeah, going through the cards, we have a couple of Morbid Swarms, amazing for you to get yourself some pressure early on, as well as a couple of corpses. Ancient Raptor, 9 times out of 10 you're going to be going for a couple of 1/1s out of it, so you can get more corpses again. Creature of Madness, as broken as ever in decks like these, play this on 2 and you have a broken thing on turn 3. Infested Breath, still okay to be used as a control tool. You also get the Spell Burst for decently cheap for your Troubled Mechanic that way, which you could technically be tempoing out and pretend it's not gonna die, but a lot of classes actually can handle something like this quite easily, with Druids with their Chalice, with Priests with their Weapon plus 3/3 Rushers, and so on and so forth, so it's kinda scary dropping this guy, expecting to be allowed to actually Spell Burst after that. The Portal Vanguard is pretty decent. You actually get to fish out some important minions twice. With the Rewind mechanic, you actually get 2 shots at it, so getting yourself something like Elise, Xavius, Exarch Maladar would be amazing. Travel Security would be good. Cultist, you know, basically what you're looking for. It doesn't have to be an exact minion, but sometimes this guy can fish it out for you. With the Soulbreaker, like I said, it's an amazing way to get yourself a couple of corpses that way per kill, and it's also a nice way to control the board, so why wouldn't we? Elise the Navigator, super busted if you go for a 1 mana get extra copy like that. You could also go for the 5 mana copy and also a bunch of 2/1s so you can get yourself even more corpses, especially if you have yourself Maladar lined up. Just keep in mind when you go for copies plus 3 2/1s and the locations on the board, well, you're not gonna have too much room for much of anything else, so be careful. You are a Deathrattle deck after all, so the board is gonna be pretty stacked pretty soon. So usually the 1 mana is the way to go, but in some cases 5 and 10 could make the cut. With Xavius, you could be getting all sorts of busted things, like getting yourself a Reborn on Travel Security, extra 2/2 copy of Awakener of Souls, double Battlecry Ferak, Charge Ferak, double Battlecry Cultist, like so many busted things out of Xavius, sky's the limit really. But basically, play this on curve and you're usually gonna be getting something pretty amazing out of it. Sanguine Infestation gives you a lot of card draw, gives you a couple of Suckmen, so why wouldn't we run such a thing? We also have a single copy of Corpse Explosion in here, so you don't have too much control in this one, but it's still more than enough, and also a great way to actually expend your corpses to follow up with a couple of Stitch Giants. Like, even that could be a valid play. Imagine doing this on turn 9, but then again, what is this board is gonna have 9 health up until then? Not exactly very easy to do. Single copy of a Foam Render is also in here, another great way for you to actually spend corpses. Just make sure you have 3 before you swing so you don't lose it. Reanimated Pterodax is also pretty decent, giving you a bunch of healing and rush, and also a great way to spend corpses without actually having to spend mana on it, so that can be nice. Exarch Maladar, absolute unit of a card, allows you to do so much broken things, and you're gonna see how many times we actually did some broken things with this one. The card is actually that good. So playing this guy on turn 5 or 6 could be basically game breaking for most. The Travel Security gives you a lot of good stuff out of these Deathrattles. It also has a taunt, so the opponent can't really ignore it or anything like that, and getting this guy over and over again through Awakener of Souls, actually pretty good. The Endbringer Umbra would be amazing after you've actually played your Travel Securities and Weakener of Souls, basically refilling the board with a lot of extra crap, and a lot of opponents can't really handle that. And another thing you could be going through at least would be for a +2 attack if you go for the 5 mana location, by the way, because you are going to be pretty sticky on the board, and getting yourself all of those idiots with a +2 attack on him, well, usually a lot of opponents stop kicking right after. High Cultist Heron here is going to be drawing going your Travel Security plus your Awakener of Souls, and it's gonna make him kiss. So that basically is gonna give you an 8-5 plus a random 8 drop, and those could be pretty big. Shallow Drusil is still pretty good in this one, but if you don't have it, technically you could cut it out. But to be fair, a lot of the games that actually was pretty game breaking for me, so no, you're not only running this one because it's an 8 drop for Elise, you already have High Cultist for that, so there's that too. But yeah, Shallow Drusil was actually pretty valid in most cases. Karak is still as cracked as ever, could be doing nonsense, it could be doing game breaking things, it could also kill you, like it is in the RNG after all, so there's that too. The Stitch Giant's pretty nice, giving you a lot of extra tempo for free basically, and sometimes you could even just play this guy as soon as turn 4, like you just do a Pterodax if you have enough corpses, and you have a turn 4 Stitch Giant if you had enough corpses, like literally Morbid Swarm plus Ancient Raptor is enough. By the way, why the hell are we running Ancient Raptor instead of the frickin' Dreadhound Handler, guys? Like, yeah, I guess it's a slower way of gaining corpses, but it's not that slow. This thing has Rush. I don't know, it's kinda weird, But yeah, it does seem like most decks are running the Ancient Raptor instead. The Ziliax in here would be one of your few ways of actually healing, aside from this guy plus the Pterodaxes. You don't really have too much more when it comes down to that, but it's pretty nice, giving you a Divine Shield plus Rush, and it's a pretty good way to actually curve off with Exarch Maladar around turn 5 or 6. Definitely not the worst board to have a couple of 6-5s with Rush and Divine Shield. And last but not least, we have the Awakener of Souls, which is a pretty nutty card. This thing having Reborn and summoning yourself the Travel Securities over and over again, definitely no joke. For the matchups, we really don't have too much sample size on much of any of these, but some people really did very well with this, even in Top Legend, so the deck is definitely worth a shot, and a lot of people will not actually expect it. This was actually from Legend, so let me actually see. From Diamond to Legend, we do actually have a decently matchup sample size. It doesn't run the Portal Vanguard for a second Infested Breath, so let's just take a look at what that one looks like on the matchup section, and here's what it is. Space Demon Hunter and Egg Warlock might be a problem, but we have a lot of green on the other half. For the mulligan, here's what it looks like. Going first, Creature of Madness, Morbid Swarm, Ancient Raptor, Infested Breath, Soulbreaker, all pretty good stuff. The Trouble mechanic's also pretty nice, and heck, even the Portal Vanguard could make sense. Just try not to keep too many of the same stuff, like try to be curving off with one of each on each turn. And if you're curving into a 4-drop, it wouldn't be bad if you go either for Xavius or for Elise, or heck, even for Sanguine Infestation. If you already have a good corpsey curve going, Exarch Maladar straight out also could be amazing. On the coin, the situation is not much different than that, but here I'd say coining out Maladar or even Cultist could make more sense, but that only is gonna happen if you already have a pretty good curve from the other half. All around, this deck is pretty expensive, let's not pretend it ain't, but it does have a lot of core legendaries in here, and the only niche legendaries would be, I think, High Cultist Heron. Other than that, everything else is a pretty easy craft for most of us, like Ziliax everybody has, Ferak everybody should have, Umbra was for free, Maladar everybody should have if they're playing Death Knight, Elise everybody should have, Xavius everybody should have, so it really only leaves a couple of legendaries at most that some people might not have, but if you've played the game for more than a year and you enjoy Death Knight, surely you have these cards. Hope you found the guide helpful, and if you did, you know what to do, but now let's check out some of the amazing games we had with this one. Hope you enjoy. How you doing, how you doing? First game's against the V.
I will protect the Alliance.
You will know pain.
Okay, I don't think I care about none of those. Not like this, at least. I'm gonna have to give him some time. Okay, that looks much better. I wonder if I can even wait out this thing for the spell burst. It's against the Priesty boy. I'll leave it like that. I'd rather be able to draw out my Maladar that way, you know. Finally got a few days at home. That's awesome, man. Happy to have you back. Tempo him. Am I tempoing him out? I'm not in a hurry, man. Like, if this guy coins out his 3-mana weapon, he gets to kill this straight out. I'm not a big fan of that. It's a bit on the slow side, especially given how many free drops we got to play, but it is what it is, and there's that weapon in it. Takes one to know one, guys. It takes one to know one. Yes, now let's see if he's bandage or fish. Protoss more like yeah. There's that fish, so he would have straight out killed that shit. Not something I would have fancied, I can tell that much. Let's go ahead and do this. Get ourselves some good Exarch Maladar action and maybe get some crazy stuff going fast. Against these guys, God knows you gotta be fast. You do not want to be fastened. And this guy's quick. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with Sanguini. So far this hand doesn't have anything that I'm feeling too keen on. Dump one out. Alrighty. Now we're talking. Now we're talking and locking. If I get enough corpses, I'd be able to do some stuff. So we basically have a grand total of 10 corpses, so technically I could play this guy out, but without this guy already in, it's kind of whatever. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, we need to be gaining corpses here. I will have a grand total of 7 corpses as is, 8 maybe with this guy. 8 corpses. What is the minion I can pull out of this that's gonna feel nice to play out of corpses? The problem is 1 corpse short for this guy being free, so I'm sticking with the plan. The plan remains. How's it going, Lomo? Welcome. Yeah, next turn we're really gonna crack out. If he's smart, he actually needs to leave that leech, because if he doesn't, I will have access to another corpse. But he is fuck. Well, that's also smart. Okay. Alternatively, I could play... Fuck, what could I play? Let's just play this guy, and next turn we're gonna be able to do Maladar. It's fine. This is fine. Next turn is gonna be Maladar into this thing, into that thing. Should be beautiful. Let's see how beautiful it's gonna be. My guess is plenty. Okay, that's a big man. A man of big stature. Alas, it was no match for his bullshit. Alrighty then. Let's foreskin go. Alrighty then. What's it gonna be, booty hole man? Since you like bullshitting so much, how do you like this bullshit? Gonna be a lot of taunty boys on the board for me. A lot of taunty men. Men of the taunty kind. Okay, that's mildly annoying, but couldn't do much about it. At least you say. If I go for 1 mana, at least that gives me +1 attack. That'd be awfully cool with a hero power to boot. I'm down with it. Getting a copy would be pretty cool. There we go. Okay, hero pairing was not a very bright idea, because now I don't have room to get the copy, but I guess I'm gonna poke with it first.
Who's there?
Much damage is this? With +1 on everything, it's a good amount, it's not lethal amount though. Just go ahead and do it like this. Okay. He is gonna be able to play a mothership here, but hopefully not much more. I think we're looking pretty spanky here. Next turn I have 5 from hand. Heck, I could even have this. Thank you for the follow, Tordo. Welcome to the stream. I doubt he has repackaging his shit. He's not supposed to, at least. Acceptable. Oh fuck, thanks for that, Chief. Oh fuck, put it back. Speaking of putting it back, don't mind if I do. There you go, Chief. Use it in good health. Well, that was cracked. That right there felt cracked now, didn't it? If I was a crack expert, I'd say that was cracked as fuck, boy. Cracked as fuck. Okay. Against the Druid of all people, I'd say we need to be a little bit quicker than this. Okay, that's a better 2-drop, I'd say, even though this one is 3 corpses on a stick. Speaking of corpses on a stick. Gotta be nice and quick here, so this would be the bigger play for me. Looks like a Viana, I do believe. Still could be anything. He did not gain, so it is not a Viana. Unless he's dumb and he's playing Xavius in that one, but I'm assuming it's just Dollhouse. This one's sick. Next turn we do that. Let's not waste all of our spells. I was kind of thinking about Morbid Swarm in there, but I think this board is respectable enough. This time he did gain. That's annoying. That is annoying, I'm afraid. Well, I can just equip the weapon here without swinging that dick, because no corpses have been materialized. The other minion could be, Apollonius.
Remember this place well. I remember this place well.
Don't ask me!
Okay. Here the travel dude does look good. This guy getting the discover, not a big fan of that, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and do this. I need corpses, but not right now. So for now, I'm just gonna badmouth him. Should I poke this 1-1? Think I will, who knows, we could get some Divine Shield shenanigans or whatever out of that, so might as well do that. Okay, we are keeping that pressure going nicely, and the pressure, he went under. He broke under it.
King versus Kerrigan.
Nothing stands in my
Against the fellow Death Knight.
Will know pain.
This one has disposable income, and he's not afraid to show it. Okay, the Portal Vanguard, I'd say, would be pretty okay still, something to curve into. Now, not so much. Turn 1, I'd definitely consider coining something, though, because we do have double 2-drop, nothing to follow up on 1, though, but let's see how that go. Nothing a Morbid Swarm can't fix. Squishy. He has his. Yeah, I think I'd do it. Which one, though? Maybe this one. This one would be a 6-7. Do I like that?
I have but little time.
5-5 elusive. It's kind of cool. I'm gonna grab this one. This is also cool, but this one is basically the same without costing me card draw. Okay, Thrak back. Corpses is the name of the game. Gotta get me some. I'd rather tempo with the 5-5 here. Okay, this guy could be hand buff way things are going. Strikes me as the hand buff kind. Not sure how I feel about that. My random Deathrattle idiots might not be any match for his big idiots. I might be in danger. I could just snipe that off. See what this do.
Into the time ways.
That's not what I want. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Step forth into the time ways.
Much better. Okay, in this case, I'm having this guy suspending corpses sounds like a bad idea to me. Could be a Farak on 6.
My rule is eternal.
Okay. I'm gonna have to make this trade in that case, but it's fine-ish. Okay, does he have the 2/6? Doesn't. It's okay. Got the Kindred off. Susceptibles. That ain't bad at all. Charge on that guy. That's cute. I'm gonna grab that, and maybe that's what the line we're going for real soon. Next turn I can either go with Farak out of this guy or just play this guy and turn after play this guy into that guy. Yar. I think I'd rather go for my security guy. Silly X. Yeah, let's see. I'm up above that. So far, he's awfully slow on his hand buff angle. Hasn't buffed a single time. Maybe he's slowballing it intentionally to get reborn out of his whatever. Okay, now he's buffing. Now he's buffing hard. Farak might be the way to go. That's what we get. Please be good. That's good. That is good. Especially if we get something like Shell Drusilla off the toppy. That would be of the lit kind. Those are big men. Does that mean I gotta go with Farak then? I think so.
You defile the dead. Join them. My hatred cannot.
Okay, my guy's still alive. Both of them are. This thing is on 1 health apparently. Oh, no it's not. Okay. Well, we connected. We connecting people. Something. Explosive for a potential top deck Buccaneer could have been funny. Yeah, sadly it lives. I don't have anything amazingly off of my hand currently. Yeah, fuck. It's not that bad though. If I go Corpse Explosion, that's gonna be 5 corpses. Could even Hero Parent this shit first. But no, it's not worth Corpse Exploding on this shit. I'd Much rather do some like this. Take it like a man. And tempo this crap, perhaps? Or should I save my corpses? I think I should save the corpses, or... Can I be dead here? I'll pretend I'm not. A lot of buffage. That's a lot of buffage. Shall Drasil, you say? Okay, I can shuffle this bitch back where it belongs. Up his butt. Up his butt.
Insignificant.
Not so happy now, are ya? Not so happy now, are ya, bitch? Yeah, thought so. Still has some big men over there. He has a +12/+12 potential for his left cards. Let's see how that feel. Let's turn the good old tenor might be the way to go. That's fucky. Let's hope it goes face. That was almost the riggiest shit I've seen in my life, chat. Okay, that's kind of hot. That right there's kind of hot. Well, with Corpse Explosion I do fuck him over. It's perfect, actually. Let's fuck him up, shall we? Let's fuck him up. Wow, did they change that animation to this bullshittery? That's a nasty minion. Emote this, ya filthy casual. How do you like them apples, chief? This is the largest shit he has in there, but... Dude is done. Emote more next time. Served you so well. Buy another skin, why don't ya? Against the priest. Wow. Another expensive skin against us. Wonder what that's gonna do. That's a whole lot of nothing. But the curve is actually pretty good. Let's not pretend it ain't. Next turn we do this. Turn after we play whatever we got out of it. Okay, doing this on turn 1 definitely does not spark joy for him. He's digging desperately for Sentry, I can tell you that much. From my long years of Hearthstone experience, I would deduct he was desperately looking for a Sentry right there. Follow me for more tips. This one's actually insane, followed up by Sanguine Infestation. Divine Shield, Wind Fury. I'm not sure it's gonna stick around though. +2 and Elusive, this guy's a nothing. Rush Taunt Stealth Reborn. I'm gonna try with this, but it's a lot of wishful thinking in it. There's that Sentry we deducted he would be looking for. He did keep the card on the far left. If that's a weapon, I'm fucked. And I have a feeling I'm fucked. I'd rather play it slower then. This guy's just not sticking. I don't want to give him a chance to discount it himself. Not that it was worth it going fast or anything like that, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Okay. I guess maybe I could have gone for this, but I don't know. Alrighty then. Let's just leave it like this. Got ourselves another sucky boy. And we got ourselves Maladar boy. So potential Ziliak's turn right there. That might work. That might work. So how you guys enjoying the game right now? Definitely not peak performance for Hearthstone meta, but definitely one of the metas ever, I can tell you that much. I should know. I should know, guys. I've played one. That's a good amount of corpses with a hero power, so next turn with a Ziliax, I'd say this is the line. All I gotta do is kill something. Or all 3 minions dead on board. Let's see how that go. Can then follow up with animated into this thing behind a bunch of Ziliaxes. That ought to do it. So far he only has a 2-drop and a potential resuscitate. Okay, that's gonna rush down my Lychee boy, but I'm gonna face it with my weapon and get myself the corpses needed. Even if he has Divine Shield, that still is gonna be a valid play. Let's see. Oh, fuck me, man. Well, still, I'm just gonna kill off this shit. No, I have the corpses, what am I talking about? Fuck it, dude. Time to smoke that ass. I don't have corpses right now, so no need for me to re-equip next turn or anything like that. Next turn we're gonna go with the free drop into Sanguine most probably. That should be pretty disgusting. Okay, gives him a couple of shits. Not the best shits, but shits nonetheless. I get to suck it through. That ain't bad. Can still kill it with my mouth. Leech is gonna finish it off. I'm gonna do that. Not very many people come back from that. It's 1 turn away from a mothership. No coming back from that, brother, man. This deck curves off, man. This deck actually curves. Damn, son. All my life seeing things curve. This one curves a lot.